What happens when a song isn't just a song? When a few lines of lyrics penned in a moment of personal reflection detonate like a bomb in the hypercharged, politically divided world we live in? This isn't a story about a policy debate or a presidential tweet. This is a story about a song, a poet, and the firestorm he never saw coming. Zach Bryan, the voice of a generation searching for raw, unfiltered truth, released a track called "This Road I Know," and with it he stepped directly into the crosshairs of America's culture war. The response was so explosive, so venomous, that the singer himself was left reeling, publicly stating he was, and I quote, "embarrassed and scared." How did an artist known for his blue-collar authenticity become a target? Why did a song trigger the MAGA movement? And what does this tell us about the impossible tightrope celebrities are forced to walk today? Strap in, because we're diving deep into the controversy that's blurring the lines between art, politics, and personal conscience. To understand the shockwaves, you have to understand the man. Zach Bryan wasn't manufactured in a Nashville boardroom. His story is the stuff of legend. A U.S. Navy veteran who started posting raw, emotional songs online from his barracks. There was no production, no glitter, just a man, his guitar, and a heart full of stories. His music resonated because it felt real. In a world of polished pop country, Zach was a throwback, a poet for the everyman. He sang about loss, love, small towns, and the quiet struggles of life. His fans, a massive and fiercely loyal group, weren't just listening to music, they were connecting with a kindred spirit. He built his empire on authenticity, and that's what makes what happened next so ironic. Zach Bryan says, "I just write what I feel, man. I don't know anything else. But when you're that honest, sometimes your feelings bump up against the beliefs of others. And in 2024, there's no faster way to find yourself in a hurricane." The track in question is "This Road I Know." For most of the song, it's classic Zach Bryan, a reflective, road-weary meditation on life and his journey. But then we get to that verse. I see people on the streets yelling about things they've never read, worshiping a man who never cared if they were dead or fed, waving flags that are stained with the blood of the betrayed for a promise of a past that was never going to stay. Boom. The internet, with its finely tuned outrage radar, went into a frenzy. For many listeners, this was a clear, unambiguous critique of the MAGA movement and its devotion to Donald Trump. Worshipping a man, flags stained with blood, the interpretation spread like wildfire. The backlash was immediate and vicious. He was called a traitor, a globalist shill, an entitled brat who betrayed his country and his fan base. Hashtags like #boycott. Zach Bryan started trending. Comments on his videos were flooded with anger. This wasn't just criticism, it was a full-blown digital excommunication from a segment of the audience that once claimed him as their own. This is where the story takes a dramatic turn. Instead of doubling down or issuing a sterile PR apology, Zach Bryan did something very Zach Bryan. He posted a raw, emotional, and lengthy response on social media, and it was a stunning admission of vulnerability. I've been embarrassed and scared the last few days because I wasn't speaking as a politician or some greater-than-thou asshole, just a 29-year-old man who is just as confused as everyone else. Let that sink in. Embarrassed and scared. This isn't the language of a calculated celebrity playing 4D chess. This is the language of a human being who accidentally dropped a match on a gas spill. He was terrified by the monster he had unwittingly created. He went on to clarify that the song wasn't an attack on any one person or group, but a lament for the division he sees everywhere. He was expressing his own confusion, his own fear about the state of the world, but the nuance was lost. The narrative was already set. This phenomenon isn't new, of course. We saw it with the Dixie Chicks being blacklisted from country radio for criticizing President Bush. We see it with Taylor Swift, who meticulously calculated her move into political commentary. We saw it with Colin Kaepernick, whose career was fundamentally altered. But what's different here is Zach's complete lack of calculation. He wasn't making a stand, he was writing a diary entry, and he was punished for it. This incident shines a blinding spotlight on the impossible position we put our celebrities in today. We demand authenticity from them. We say we love them because they're real. But the moment their reality doesn't align with our own worldview, we demand their heads. Are artists allowed to be confused? Are they allowed to be flawed, questioning, and scared? Or are they only allowed to be authentic as long as that authenticity is comfortable for us? The modern Hollywood and music industry lifestyle is a minefield. Every post, every lyric, every like is analyzed and weaponized. The pressure to be perfect, to be neutral, to be a brand rather than a person is immense. Zach Bryan's sin was forgetting he was a brand and remembering he was a person. And in 2024, that might be the most dangerous thing a celebrity can do. So where does this leave us? The digital mob has moved on to its next target, but Zach Bryan is left to grapple with the aftermath. His story is a powerful cautionary tale. It's about the price of honesty in a divided world. It's about the collision between art and politics and how a song meant to express personal confusion can become a national Rorschach test. In the end, he said he was just a 29-year-old man who is as confused as everyone else. And maybe that's the most relatable, most human thing he's ever said. The question is, in today's world, is there still room for a confused and very human poet? What do you think? Was the backlash justified, or did a fan base miss the entire point of his art? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I read every single one. And if you were captivated by this deep dive into the drama and complexities of the celebrity world, then do me a huge favor. Smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next story. We're just getting started. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, stay curious,